What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dez, back with another reaction video, giving it to you the Reese way. So, well, I wanted to talk about this topic. I included a video just to dissect it together, just to get like a different perspective. By the way, please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button. Road to 1K, get your boy to 1K. I appreciate the love and support. But back to it. I think this right here is a key topic, how this came about. I asked, this came up at work, so it was pretty interesting hearing different opinions, perspectives, how they feel about the situation. I'm interested to see how you feel about that situation, so hit that comment section. How do you feel about having the opposite sex as a best friend? And if you're in a relationship, how do you feel about your partner having a best friend that's opposite sex? Hit that comment section. I think I'm going to do a part 2 of this video just to react to some of the comments that I get. So please hit that comment section. But yeah, so we're going to dissect this video first, and then I'm just going to give you my opinion. And like I said, I'd be curious to hear what you guys think in that comment section. So let's get to the video.
So one of the biggest questions that I hear singles ask is, can men and women really just be friends? One of the biggest questions that I hear married people ask is, can men and women really just be friends? Same question. There's a lot of ambiguity around that answer, and we haven't gotten it right.
Now, my answer to this is yes, but with boundaries, and background, of the relationship.
So as an infidelity recovery specialist, we have found that there are 4 classifications of an affair. The first class is what we would call the one-night stand, very physical. The second class is emotional entanglement, friend. The third class is sexual compulsion, physical. The fourth class is what we call the marital void. So if there's a void in my marriage, I need to have that void fulfilled, and I usually form a relationship with a member of the opposite sex and have an affair. Friend. So there's a high probability.
Now, how often that happens? When people feel like they, in their relationship, in their marriage, they're missing a void. They feel like their partner doesn't bring something to the table, so they seek it in someone else, just a friend, but that tends to lead to something else. Now, I know in the video we was talking about having a best friend, but best friend, friends in general, this pertains to both,
Ability that you will wind up engaging in an affair relationship with a friend. So, as an infidelity recovery specialist, I take people through a process called the 19 signs of a close call friendship that borders and tiptoes on an affair. Let me just say this. This is important for all of you to understand. This is the perfect way to end, because I know we're short on time. This is the perfect way to end. Every single relationship on the planet Earth, whether male, female, male, or female, every single relationship is based upon some form of attraction. Now, it may not be physical, it may not be sexual, it may not be emotional, but there's something that draws and attracts you to that person. So let's
stop right there. Because, if you're in a relationship and your partner has a friend or a best friend that's opposite sex, they may say, yeah, we just friends, I'm not attracted to them. But the problem is, or what the problem can be, is that in some way, shape, or form, you're attracted to them in some way. So that's just a start that can lead to something more dangerous.
Let's just take my best friend, male. He loves history. I love history. We come together based upon that commonality. Instant chemistry, instant connection. We could talk till the sun comes up. But if I have a opposite sex friend who loves history and I love history, we have instant connection, instant rapport. We can talk till the sun comes up. Now, eventually, we know when dealing with the male-female dynamic, intimacy is the foundation of all communication.
That is very important. A lot of people, I don't know if a lot of people know that or not, but intimacy, it starts with communication.
So the more that we talk about history, I'm like, wow. We can talk about anything. I wish my wife would be interested in history the way you're interested in history. I just can't believe that when we talk, we just have this instant connection, and oh my God. And so we transition from talking about history to talking about politics to talking about current events to talking about music to talking about church to talking about our favorite TV shows and getting to know each other. And all of a sudden, I feel like there's this chemistry and bond that I naturally have for her that I don't have with my girlfriend. Now, statistically, amongst married couples, the average couple engages in 4 minutes of conversation per day. That's according to the US and UK statistics, 4 minutes. So that means our conversation is had at the two most primary times of the day, as I'm racing off to work in the morning and when I come home from an exhaustive day at work at night. 4 minutes. And they're very cliche surface conversations. How was work? Work was work. All we're talking about are bills and kids and whatever. But I'm at work for 8 to 10 hours a day, sitting next to that female in the cubicle next to me, developing relationship, having conversation. Eventually, she's looking kind of cute. Like, I didn't notice that relationship is now being formed. Do you see what happens? And so now what was platonic, wait a minute, let's look into the word platonic. Because when you look up the word platonic, it is defined as having an intimate and affectionate relationship with someone. That's what platonic means. The question then becomes, as a boyfriend in a relationship, as a husband in...
So he said a lot right there. A lot of times, now, I get to the best friend a little bit after the video. Having a best friend relationship, because, he's mainly talking about friends, which some parts you can take, and put towards having a best friend that's the opposite sex. But, affairs and oopsies, they don't start off intentional. Well, some of them, it can all just start off innocent. Like, oh, we just go out for lunch. We just talk about work. We just talk about, what we have in common. That, he knows about, ice skating and you don't. So we just, just nice to have someone to talk to about that. Hold on. Luna, stop. Sorry. So it's just nice to have someone to talk to about that type of stuff. So, over the course of time, you talking about ice skating and work, it just starts to lead, like you said, it leads to other topics. Then it leads to personal stuff. So, you know your attention, even if you feel like your intention is just seeking a friendship, but his intentions is that and more. If you continue that, you're wrong. And then you're wrong because what's the respect for your man, And if he has a girlfriend, or if he doesn't have a girlfriend, what's the respect for her? So you're already wrong 3 times. So, especially if you don't even communicate to your man, like, hey, I'm going to lunch with Jeff. And you develop in a relationship that's starting off innocent, but it leads to so much more. It can lead to an affair. There's no need to develop these relationships especially when you're in a relationship. You developing friendships with guys and you're in a relationship for what? It's different. Like, hey, this is a work thing. Everybody on work go out to lunch together, but nothing outside of work, nothing like no late night events or anything like that. Like for what? Associates, you know, because if you married, if you have a man, if you can't find, if your partner lacks something, try to help him get it. I'm sure you don't have everything he's looking for, so I know I'm getting off topic, but something that you think that's starting off innocent, that's how some affairs start.
In a marriage, how intimate and affectionate can I be with you without how it becomes as a boyfriend in a relationship, as a husband in a marriage, how intimate and affectionate can I be with you without eventually having a sexual or relational energy that formed from that interaction? How long could this last before it becomes inappropriate? So your boyfriend, girlfriend, your husband, pretty much your husband and your wife, that is your primary relationship. All other relationships are secondary to that. So if I have an opposite sex friend that compromises the integrity of my primary relationship, we need to reevaluate that friendship. Some friendships have to end. Some friendships have to be reevaluated. So here I am on the couch watching TV with my wife. It's all snuggled up, and I get a text. And we're texting back and forth. And all of a sudden I'm giggling. Who's that? Oh, no, nobody. Just a friend. And so now my mind is shifted. I'm redirected into this conversation with her. And then, well, can you come out? How would I look telling my wife, hey, Danielle, I'm going out with Hafiza to the movie. I'll be back in a couple hours. We're going out to that would be crazy. So the nature of the relationship, the interaction that you had prior to a committed, mutually beneficial, exclusive relationship should shift so it doesn't compromise the integrity of that relationship. I had to throw out certain names and numbers. Now, here's the other thing about the friend piece. We do many things in the name of friends. I mean, you threw out the term friends with benefits. So if I have a past partner that is now my friend, but my wife, my girlfriend, doesn't know my past history with my friend because I'm hiding it from her, because I know if she knows, she's going to have a problem with this relationship. You already know something's wrong. Did you know that statistically, I'm sorry, Pastor, this was a long answer, but this is it. All right, I promise. Did you know that statistically, how many people on Facebook? If you connect with an old high school sweetheart, a former lover, whatever the case may be, on Facebook that you haven't seen in years, after 30 minutes of conversation, automatically those feelings creep right back up into you because your brain has an emotional history. So the feelings that you once had automatically are re-triggered just in the interaction. Statistically, after 30 days, you've engaged in sex with that person. Statistically. So it's important that you learn how to sever or reevaluate. I'm putting it out there because every couple has different rules that work for their relationship.
Okay. So a lot was said there. And that's crazy to hear that piece about within the first 30 minutes, feelings come back. I mean, I could see that, and looks like you want something. 1 + 1 is 2, not 3, so it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that if you had a past with someone and you engage in conversation, if not both, one of you guys, old feelings are going to kick back in. And then he said in 30 days you already interacted in sexual activity. Now, all right, let's get to the friend piece. Like what's the benefit of this friend in your life? Why does this person need to be your friend? Is it just a friend at work? Or you guys, how much are you engaged in talking about personal stuff? How much, first of all, you gotta have boundaries. And I don't think you should be talking about personal stuff. I don't think you should be talking about inappropriate things and that nature. If it's about work, if it's about, common things happen in the news, okay, but we all know when things cross the line. Now, outside of work, you shouldn't be texting him or her. You shouldn't be trying to hang out. Even some people say, okay, it's a group of us from work hanging out. And we all know if the 6 of you guys and the 2 of you, the friends, what's going to happen? There's a good chance you guys are going to break off from the group and do your own thing. So I don't think creating new friends when you in the relationship, I don't think that's a good thing, because your partner should be your friend, your best friend, someone you confide to, someone you can open up to. And if you feel like you can't communicate or open up to your partner, that's a conversation you guys need to have. Try to establish that open line of communication, but you don't seek it in someone else, because that can lead to something dangerous. So, I don't agree with, going out to lunch and stuff like that. For what? Now, let's say, does your partner know about this friend? Does he know him? Are they respectful? Are they, hey, how's such and such doing? So there's definitely boundaries, but I don't think if you in a marriage or in a relationship, you should be creating new friendships with the opposite sex. I don't think you should, because it's just going to create a problem, because the closer you get to someone, the more you share, things start to happen. And your feelings can be uncontrollable. Like, in your head, you can be like, I don't like him. He could be even, or she could be even ugly in your eyes. But then, because you get to know this personality, you develop feelings, and you like, what's going on? You can't control them, and just feelings have a mind of their own. The hearts want what it wants, and the hearts want what it wants. So that's how you can put your relationship in danger. Now, like you said, if you have a friend, not off rip, if you don't tell your partner that your friend, now let's say your partner has a friend, best friend or friend, male friend, female friend, opposite sex. Let's say they have the opposite sex friend or best friend before you guys even get into a relationship. Off rip, your partner should tell you, like, hey, we have a past. If you have a past, you cannot hide it, because you're scared of he's gonna tell you or she's gonna tell you, like, end it. You already know. You cannot hide that, because that is very, very crucial. Because if you had a past with someone, the chances are something can happen. Like he said, all it takes is 30 minutes to get old feelings back. If you haven't talked to your friend in a long time, 30 days, you're already doing something. So if you keeping this person around that you had an intimate relationship with, you asking for trouble. So off rip, that relationship, I'm sorry, but it has to end. Some people might not care. I mean, because if you opening up to this person, you sharing information, you already had an intimate relationship, y'all know what it's like to see each other in that vulnerable space, like, no. Because what happens when your marriage relationship is in a tough, bind, like, let's say y'all going through a tough stretch and not talking, sleeping on a couch, is the best friend really like, hey, what's going on? Let me go talk to him. Or is he telling you what you want to hear? Is he on your side? Or she on your side? So if you guys had a past, that relationship has to end. What do you think? What do you guys think? In the comment section, if your partner, best friend, or friend, if they had an intimate relationship, would you make them end that relationship? I think it has to end. It has to end. And if they don't want to end it, then I think you should move on. It's going to create a problem eventually. What else? Now, as far as like a friend or best friend, best friend. Let's say they didn't have an intimate past. They didn't have an intimate past, but they used to talking every day, all day. They would go to clubs together or events together, that late night events. Now that you're in a relationship, I think your friend or you, the person that has the friend, should automatically set boundaries. Boundaries have to be set, and they should be introduced to your partner. But boundaries have to be set. If y'all used to talking late at night, well, now of course your friend cannot be hitting you up at 8, 9, 10, 11, texting 8, 9, 10, like just like going out like one-on-one to like late night events. I think that has to stop. But something like maybe like a brunch, breakfast, on occasion, not like a weekly thing or a monthly thing, but like occasionally catching up type stuff. I think that's fine. But boundaries have to be set. I mean, it's different strokes for different folks. You might be cool with your partner weekly or monthly, doing something with their best friend, but boundaries have to be set. And you have to protect your relationship, and your partner has to protect your relationship. And out of respect for the relationship and your partner, I think you have to set boundaries, abide by them, and you shouldn't be letting little jokes slide that's inappropriate. Some people might be like, damn, your butt look big. Can't do stuff like that. Or if they say, oh man, you I wish I could have. Stuff like that is inappropriate. And if it's a pattern, you have to end that friendship if they get out of hand. So I'm not saying if they already had a best friend, end it, because come on, they could be a true valuable piece to their life because they were there before you. The boundary has to be set, and I think that you have to respect your partner. So what do you guys think? In the comment section, let me know about your partner having the opposite sex as a best friend. Do you agree that boundaries have to be set? And if there's a past intimate relationship, do you think that they should cut it off? So I'm interested to hear what you guys think. I think that you guys in a marriage relationship, you have to protect the shores. Snakes are always lurking. Jealousy, temptation. At the end of the day, you're your own person. You're gonna do what you want to do. But I think together, you guys should protect your marriage or relationship the best of your ability. So, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate the love. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Road to 1K. Stay safe.